I want to share a plant with you. This right here, it's a member of the mint family. My cat absolutely goes crazy for it, and it's a powerful plant. So this is called catnip, and it can be used in a lot of different ways. It's medicinal, but more importantly, it is the best, and I mean the best bug repellent that you can possibly use. This is multiple times better than DEET. You can make a tincture out of it so you can spray it on your skin, but I just stick to the old-fashioned way and just rub it all over my skin. Now, we don't have mosquitoes too bad up here where we are, but where I'm going today is where the mosquitoes are born and they thrive. I am replacing the pump on our water system today, because our last pump, it still works, but it just doesn't have the power to push up and over the hill that we need it to push up and over. So we have a new Viver 24-volt pump. We just bought one off of Amazon. We just got it, and I'm gonna go get it installed. But it's late June, and I know for a fact that there are swarms of mosquitoes down there. So I've got my mosquito repellent, and I've got my 2 dogs, which are my bear repellent, because there's swarms of bears down there too. I've had more bear encounters down there than I have anywhere else around here. So it's chances are I'm gonna say hi to Mr. Black Bear this morning. And yeah, I'm gonna get myself together and go down to the water draw. It smells so good too. Not only that, this you can turn into a tea, and it helps. It's a mild sedative, so it actually helps with sleep and anxiety, and it helps very well with both. Do yourself a favor and try it out and see how it does for you. Look at that, all that from that plant. There we go. That'll do it. Oh yeah, if anyone wants tips on fashion advice, I'm your man. I am using a DC power supply for the pump today. I'm not actually using solar. The reason being, actually that's not true. I am using solar, but I'm gonna use a power station with solar panels because our water is very low right now. We've been waiting for this pump for some time. So I'm going to be using this DC power supply because it's a 24-volt pump. Our old pumps were 12-volt, but 24 is more efficient, and the head pressure on this pump was higher than our older pumps, which, by the way, are great pumps. We've just abused the hell out of them. They've pumped air for months and, I mean, gone dry, and the one that I'm replacing still works, but it doesn't have the power to go up and over. So anyway, I will be using this DC power supply that I've had laying around forever, so I can dial in exactly the amount of power I want the pump to have so that the flow rate is perfect. And I'm only using this today because I have a float switch that I'm going to be installing with the pump probably tomorrow. It depends on when it gets here. It's an Amazon purchase, so it takes a little while to get it out where we are here. So yeah, but we need water today because irrigation, animals, all that stuff needs to happen. We could use 1,000 gallons today easily. So I'm gonna get the power station together. I'm gonna put this on the quad too, and we're gonna take all the stuff out into the draw. But yeah, that's what I'm doing with this, and it'll make more sense when I'm installing it. there's the sun. This is where the sun's gonna go, up over that way. So I got probably about 3 hours of sunlight, which is gonna be fine. It's gonna help keep the power station charged. So I'm gonna try to set this, like I'm in a gully here, but I'm gonna try to set this power station up so that it gobbles as much sunlight as possible. I've been really digging these Beaver tools. Look at how much cord comes on this pump. It's like, that's huge. I'm probably gonna cut most of this off and just have it in the shop for whenever I need some cord. But yeah, I'm gonna get this installed real quick. We're gonna get pumping. We're gonna have water at home. It's gonna be awesome. And this is gonna work really well. So there's the old eco-worthy pump. A worthy pump, for sure. Power's out of that. Woo, baby. Okay. And that's all the pressure from up the mountain that this has been pumping. It's not pumping very well, but it's still pumping enough to get pressure up the mountain there. That's gonna take a minute. So I have the pump installed. There's my line out. There's the pump. I can drop it in here. I've got the power all hooked up, and I'll go up and show you that in a moment here. But I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling optimistic. Now I'm not going to cover this up because I'm going to try to get the flow rate dialed in with the DC power supply, so I can change the amount of power that goes through it. So when I have a float switch, what's going to happen is when this goes empty, it'll stop the pump. When it fills up, it'll start the pump, and it'll just kind of phase back and forth. That's at least the hope. I've never installed a float switch before, but I think it should be pretty easy. Hi, Aspen. Aspen. Come. You come here. You come here, both of you. I've got this little thing here. I'm gonna turn it on. I gotta plug it in, I guess. Start with that. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see that here. The voltage is on. Oh, okay, so. I can hear the pump pumping. So I got 17 volts and 5 amps. I'm gonna go up to 24 volts because that's what it runs on. Need more amperage. There we go. I can hear that pump blasting in there right now. Oh. I'm just trying to set my settings right here. So that's pretty much as this thing can put out. I can hear that pump running. I wish I had my phone to call Katie, but I got this going at 26 volts. It's going down because it's pushing uphill. Once it starts going back downhill on the other side, it should be going up again. So I want to sit here for a bit and make sure that I kind of get a constant reading here on this. 10 amps at 26, which is 335. That's too much. There. So not a 24 volts, but it's pretty close. That's the optimum. It says it's a 244 watt pump. I'm running 248 watts to it. I can bring that down just a pinch. I can see on my power station here what I'm pulling for power. Voltage is up. We're pumping water. So I have this fairly stable now. That's about as stable as I can get it. I've been here for a little while. So I'm gonna go up and see how much we're pumping. Oh, I can hear a good sound here. Let's see what our flow is looking like. Not too bad. That's great. Look at how much flow that is. We'll leave that running for as long as it'll run. And when I get a pressure switch, we'll be getting constant, good power to the pump. Where were you? Where's your puppy? Dogs ran off in the woods. Constant power to the pump, and the pump will never go dry because we'll have that, not pressure switch, the float switch.
While we're working on our water stuff, we thought it would be the perfect time to upgrade our filtration system. So we're going to be installing the WaterDrop X16 under counter reverse osmosis system, and the X16 is one of the most advanced RO systems that WaterDrop offers at the moment. It's from the X series. We actually partnered with WaterDrop, I think it was like a year ago, and we've been using their countertop unit ever since, but I'm really excited to clean off our counters and get this under sink unit installed. Are you nervous?
This makes me nervous. Katie, how much was our countertop?
Like 5,000.
But WaterDrop does have a sticker that you can put down so you can tell exactly where that's gonna go.
Perfect.
So this here is the connector for the waste. So there's a red line that goes into here, and I just drilled a hole into my plumbing. I put this on top. It's got a gasket that sits on there, and then I tighten this tight.
So this unit is really easy to install. You basically just connect the water lines. You have to put a little hole into the drain for the wastewater to go out. Connect those things together, plug in the power, drill a hole through your counter and get that in place. Very simple. All you gotta do is pretty much tighten it up, and then you're good to go. So we are getting very close to having nice clean water again. So we've got the white hose is the water going into the filter, red is the wastewater, and then blue is the water going out to the tap. And what's that? Power?
That's power to the tap.
All right, we've got that powered on. It's doing its initial flushing of the system and getting all started up.
This is an 11-stage filtration system, including the UV. This is about as clean water as you can get. This is WaterDrop's top of the line under the sink unit, and it has a very, very fast flow for being such filtered water. So you can change your desired amount that you want. So that'll be 16 ounces right there.
So the coolest feature about this unit is how quickly it can fill up your glass. You can have a full glass of water within about 2 seconds. Proponents of alkaline water benefits believe that it can help neutralize acid in the body and provide various health benefits. The WaterDrop X16 can adjust the pH value to 7.5, which makes it alkaline. And when you're comparing other RO systems and you're looking at the wastewater ratio, with competitors, you have about 1.5 to 1 ratio of wastewater, whereas with WaterDrop, you have 3 to 1. So you've got 3 parts of good water to 1 part of wastewater, which for us especially, we are working pretty hard to get our water to our house, and we don't want to be wasting anything and watching it go down the drain. So that kind of efficiency is really important to us. And even if you're paying a monthly bill for your water, you don't want to be wasting it as well. So with Prime Day upon us, you can elevate your water experience with WaterDrop's X16 or any of their RO systems. I'm going to put a link down in our description to check it out, and a big thank you to WaterDrop for sponsoring today's video.
Hi, meat. You guys are getting big. Almost too big for here. And you're pooping everywhere. Yuck. It's time to build you some chicken tractors. So I slept in the barn with Aspen last night in a hammock, which was pretty much the worst sleep I've had in a long time, which, I mean, I've had some pretty bad sleeps in the recent past, so I'm pretty tired today. But I've got a lot of energy because we have new life on our farm now. We've got little baby Steven. Katie gave him the name Steven. And we've been spending some time with him this morning. So it's getting closer to noon right now. And I have to get working on some stuff because we've got those stinky, kind of disgusting meat birds. And we got to get them out of that small area and into some chicken tractors so that we can start getting them out into the pasture, getting some fresh grass into them. And I know they'll really appreciate moving around every day rather than being in that little barn. So what I got to do, for those of you that have watched us for a while, you know that we own a chicken tractor, but it's a 12 by 12 chicken tractor and it's kind of just too big and clunky. So I'm going to try to make a lighter version of that. But what I'm going to do is build like an A-frame style chicken tractor, or I might even just try like a gambrel style. So I'm just gonna wing it. Once again, you know how I roll. Just gonna wing it, and we'll see how it goes. But I gotta get on the mill and get some lumber cut up because I don't have any 1x1 or 2x2s, I guess is what I need. So mill time. Okay, so I've got a pile of lumber. I don't even know what I cut. I just cut some 2x2s and some whatever I had left over is what I had left over. I'm totally winging this. I'm gonna make 2 of these because we're gonna have the males and the females separated. And here goes nothing. So here's the game plan so far. I'm building sleds. You can see that I've got a little notch out of here. Other people use, and actually we used wheels on the backside of a frame. It was really difficult to move that. I'll be moving these sleds 12 feet every single day. I think they'll be 5 by 12, 5 foot by 12 foot, or 6 by 12, 6 foot by 12 foot. I'm not sure what my cross pieces are because I just have a couple boards that I didn't even measure. But so yeah, so the plan is I'm going to be able to pull these sleds 12 feet every day, have fresh forage for the meat birds. And yeah, I'm not so sure about the gambrel roof yet. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm just gonna experiment. Actually, this is all just experimenting, which is the way I love to build. It's just fun to just like get into it, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna put this together and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is where I'm at now. I've got my legs I'm gonna have some sort of peaked design on here. Yeah, I'm gonna have some sort of peaked design. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna run purlins across just to hold the whole structure together. Making it up as I go. Hopefully it works out. There's a chance it doesn't, but there's a chance it does. Look at these. Huh? What do you think of that? Not too bad. I think it's gonna work. Don't judge my carpentry because I'm going quick here, but I think it's gonna work.
Finally able to help Greg again. He got quite a bit done yesterday on that. And I think all that's left is just some boards that are gonna run the length of it to kind of sturdy it up a little bit. And then some sort of gate or doorway. And then we'll get it covered with the fencing material and some rubber. And maybe we'll put some chickens in there right away so that they can get on the grass. Nice to get them out of that old barn that's been super useful, but I would like to get that taken down and out of the yard, or maybe we can drag it over to the farm side of the property. We'll have to see. It's not very square, but it'll do the job. So we're gonna put some netting all around, some rubber on the roof to keep them dry, and probably around the back half, like the rubber or tarp or something, just so that they have some break from the wind if necessary. And a little latch on the door, and then it'll be good to go. We're already thinking we're gonna fix up the old one for half of the birds. So I wanna put hens together and roosters together and see how that goes this year. Because we usually have quite a few really big birds and then some smaller birds that we have to leave for a while, a few more weeks after we butcher the big ones. So if we can kind of avoid that and try to just separate them a little bit so that some of the birds can grow faster, that would be really nice. We're already thinking about fixing up the other one for the other half because we're feeling tired, feeling like we got a lot of things to get done while the weather's nice and not a lot of time.
Standing up and looking at the satellites, heaven's getting closer than I realize. Gonna reach for the sky. Gonna reach for the sky. Suddenly the stars aren't so far away. I can feel the light shining on my face. Gonna reach for the sky. Gonna reach for the sky. Sky high, high, sky high. I'm gonna try. gonna reach for the sky. Maybe this is more than I can comprehend. Either way, I'll never be the same again. Gonna reach for the sky. Gonna reach for the sky. Sky high.
Better put my swung on them. This too short?
Nope. Okay, come over on this side. Can you? You know what we can do is we can put it up in half and flop it over too. Doesn't even have to be perfectly half. 2, 3. Okay, I'll flop mine over. Try to move it on your own first?
Sure. It might be 2% still.
I think so, without the wheels. Your quad will move, no problem though.
Yeah, well. No problem for you.
I'm actually going over here.
Well, I was supposed to be lighter and more mobile, but it's just about as heavy as the other one. My advice, spend the money on the PVC pipe and don't spend 2 days building this. If we had just spent the money, we could have had a nice lightweight chicken tractor hours ago. Tried to film that install of that feeding trough, but forgot to push record. So there it is in the final spot. We'll see how that goes. We're kind of expecting the birds to roost on it, but I also would like to have somewhere to put the food instead of on the ground like we used to, so that it's not getting kind of left behind when we move the tractor and they're not scratching the ground as much, maybe. I guess we'll see.
Hunting for hens. Wow, there's a real teeny one in there.
Yeah.
It's a couple of really, really teeny birds.
You're a boy.
Don't even think about it, you.
Is that a hen or a boy?
I don't know.
No!
Okay, we're putting the meat birds in the grass. It's a good day for you. Yay!
Oh, look at this!
Oh, this is something else.
Are you glad I caught you now?
Boop, 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 boop.
Not so bad, little rooster man, with all your girls. You're lucky. Oh, what do you think? Oh, very nice. Hi. So the hens have been out in this chicken tractor for a few days now. We've pulled it forward twice. We're gonna have to do it again tonight. They're not eating a whole lot of the grass. I don't know if they don't know how to, because they've always been somewhere else with no grass. And because I don't have the roosters here, that I find the roosters are like savage, whereas the hens are just nice little chickens. So they don't have any boys in here showing them how to wreck and eat anything that they possibly can. So I'm almost wondering if we should put the roosters in here for a little bit, and then once we get the second chicken tractor fixed up, then we can put the boys in there. But I'm not sure. It's all an experiment doing it this way. But one of the things we didn't mention yet in the video, is I wanted to talk about the height of this. And so the one that we have originally is only like 3 feet tall, I think. It's really short, and it's kind of got the flat roof. And we really didn't like it because when it comes to butcher time, trying to get the birds, they run to the very back, but only the front kind of quarter opens up, and the birds will just run to the back, and you have no way to get them unless you crawl in on your hands and knees, and it's all poopy and gross. So for this one, we really wanted to have a taller one so that when we go in to capture them for butchering, we can fit in there comfortably and we're able to get them. So that is something to consider if you're going to be doing meat chickens. Don't build the chicken tractor too short. We're pretty happy with how this turned out. There's been no issues with it so far. And yeah, with that, we're going to wrap up the video. Thanks for being here. Say hi down in the comments. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next one.